You were different back then and you still are different to this very day. Even if you did everything you could do to fit in, and then you got to your late 20s or whatever it was, whatever age you were, where you came to the conclusion that you decided that stuff it. I'm not jumping through these hoops of inclusion or climb over any other walls of acceptance. All it was me denying my true self and neglecting my own self in order to survive and to get accepted by whatever group it was. And you know what? They never accepted you. They tolerated you because you spoke up to let your voice be heard. When you did that, you had people telling you to shut up. You had people laughing at you. You had people nodding their head saying, yep, yeah, okay. And then they'll pause and wait for you to finish talking about whatever it is you were talking about, and then they will just go on talking about what they were talking about as if nothing even came out of your mouth. Some of them just walked off once you started talking because you didn't come into agreement with them and say, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, 3 bags full, ma'am, 3 bags full, sir, black sheep. Oh, and how about this one? Let's say you've just let your opinions be heard at a counseling session or some church group or some spiritual group meeting or whatever the group it is. And then someone looks at the leader of the group and says, yes, now what I think he or she is trying to say is, what they're trying to say is, and then they come up with some stupid thing that isn't even what you said. Sometimes it isn't stupid, but it isn't what you said. And they're like, oh yes, wow, we know that you didn't understand what you're truly trying to say because you're autistic, or you don't know what you're trying to say. And it's like, no, I know what I'm truly trying to say because it came out of my mouth. And I know what I truly mean because it came out of my mouth. Everyone else would just be like agreeing with the group leader and this other person because they don't think that you know what the fuck you're doing and saying. And it's just like, oh fuck. And you just can't be bothered with their shit anymore. And they call you a social outcast, a hermit, antisocial personality. And it's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Anyway, I've always stood up to people like that. Less than 1 page to go. Just only left it. Well, anyway. We know how to stand up for ourselves. We've had to do it our whole entire lives because God knows that no one else has. That's why it's good when we stand up for each other. And we should do it more often. As in immediately after someone disrespects us or treats us like a second-class citizen. Always show support and appreciation for anybody who is on your side. Your ride or die homies. Now, going back to that meditation, some of those, if not all of those, whom you forgave and they forgave you, may have disappeared due to growing apart or moving to a new region or whatever the reason may be. But be sure that you are 100% at peace with them, and there's no other things that you want to say or feelings that you have to confess with them, that you didn't tell them about in physical reality because you didn't have the courage at the time to say that to them, or you couldn't be bothered because you couldn't be bothered with dealing with all of the crap, or those things just didn't come to your mind at the time. Then make peace with them. As these people, for a moment of time, actually gave you the time of day because they wanted to, and not just because they had to due to commitments. Now, if you have anyone left over, these are your ride or die homies. The real deal. Even if there's only 1 or 2. That's all you need. That's all you need. And if you don't have any, then you can find them. Thank you for listening to my book. And may you all be blessed in everything you do and in every area of your life. Amen. God bless you all. See you. Now, because I ate my sausages earlier, I got roast chicken, the whole thing ready to go, but I want to get some treats for finishing this off. Another step of bravery, because it's putting it out on the public thing. And, you know, I used to just stand up for myself eventually, but it was in private and in these small little groups. But now the voice is getting out there even more so to, you know, strangers who might benefit from it. If not, then oh well, maybe I can chase them away. Just thought about that just now. Because I got my friends, you know. Yeah. Bless you guys. I'm going to add one, maybe two of my 5 or 6 horses I have. I'm going to add it to that, eat it. I'm going to walk uptown and get a couple of treats to reward myself for this. And yeah, you guys have a great night. Bye-bye.